Interesting question for you intelligent people. Is it possible to be sincere and to be sincerely wrong? Is it possible somebody's trying to help you and they're very sincere, they're very genuine, they want to help you, they want to see you succeed, they want to see you get better, and they give you advice, yet they're sincerely wrong? Interesting question for you to ponder, to think about your own circumstances, to think about your own situations. Is it possible that you have somebody in your life, maybe a coach? If this is your first time watching one of my videos, I help athletes on the mental side of sports. I've had many coaches throughout my career playing as an athlete, and I've seen many coaches in my career as a coach sincerely want to see an athlete get better, sincerely want to see somebody improve, sincerely want to see somebody get to the next level. And they've been sincerely wrong. Wrong about the advice they're giving. Wrong about the drills. Wrong about the direction to go. Wrong about what the athlete needs to work on. Wrong about the people they need to be around. Wrong about the places they need to go. In my own situation, I'm in the middle of a workout here, a little practice football field here at a local high school. I ride my bike. I don't know if you can see my bike. We're walking down there anyways. In my 20-pound weighted vest. Many times throughout my career, I was a baseball player. I played Division I baseball. I had coaches teach me and try to correct me and sincerely try to help me with different parts of my swing. You see, in baseball, not until the last 10 or 15 years has video analysis and biomechanical feedback and really the technology and the science of tracking a baseball player's swing identified what the key fundamentals are in a baseball swing. And it's similar for other sports. And there's always the old school approach of teaching the swing. There's always the old school approach of teaching different aspects of different sports. And just because it was taught a certain way in the past doesn't necessarily mean that's the correct way. You gotta have respect for the people that have come before you. You gotta have respect for the history of your sport. You gotta have respect for the people whose shoulders we get to stand on as we get to participate in 2022 and 2023 and 2024 in whatever sport that we're in. But ask yourself, are there people around me that are sincerely trying to help me, that are genuinely trying to help me, that may be giving the wrong advice? See, it's not only who you get your advice from. It's not only when you get your advice. It's not only how you get your advice. It also depends on how you process it, how you take the advice, how you perceive the advice, how you feel about the advice, how you use the advice. Interesting question for you intelligent people. Can somebody be sincere and be sincerely wrong? Just because your friend gives you money advice, just because your friend gives you advice on your sport, just because your friend gives you advice on working out, doesn't mean they're an expert in money, doesn't mean they're an expert in the sport, doesn't mean they're an expert in working out. They want to see you succeed, they want to see you get better. And they sincerely want to help you. They're sincere in their advice, yet they can be wrong at the same time. Interesting dilemma that we run into. So how do we deal with that? How do we combat that? How do we act in the face of not only misinformation, how do we act in the face of people sincerely wanting to help us, but the possibility of being sincerely wrong? My best advice, be like a sponge. Take in as much information as you can. But ultimately, you've got to be the one. You've got to be the one to take responsibility. You've got to be the one that processes the information, that looks at the information, that senses the information, that thinks about the information, that has a conversation about the information. And you ultimately decide, is this what I need right now? Is this the information that I need? Is this the activity that I need to take? Is this the place I need to go? Is this the workout I need to do? Is this the drill I need to do? Is this the direction I need to take? Because once we start processing it and we start soaking it in, doesn't mean we have to keep all of the information. See, I got some dirt on my hand. My chain popped off on the way here, so it's oil. Doesn't mean we have to do everything that everybody says. And there's the dilemma, hey, I got to listen to my coach. Well, at some point, you've got to be a little bit smarter than I just got to listen to my coach. Now, I'm not telling athletes to be coachable, because there's a lot of athletes that struggle with coachability and listening to their coaches at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you've got to be your own best judge. You've got to be your own best coach. You've got to be your own best guide. You got to guide yourself on this path that you're on. Whatever the destination is, whatever the outcome is, whatever the end goal is for you, you've got to be your best judge. You've got to be your best coach. And once you start doing that, then it's all on you. Then you can take full responsibility. Then you can say, okay, I made the decision. I got myself here. Not to be selfish, not to say there wasn't any help along the way, but ultimately you're the one that makes the decision. Ultimately, you're the one that gets to choose. Ultimately, you're the one that gets to determine your success or failure. Instead of putting it in somebody else's hands, instead of allowing somebody else to determine your future, there needs to be a point where we draw the line and say, no. It's on me. I take the advice. I process the advice. I think about the advice. Ultimately, I'm the one that gets to choose. And that's such a freeing decision to make. And it's yours to make. So choose wisely. Appreciate you guys. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We'll see you on the next one.